Happy Holy Week from all of us at Little Flower. We miss you, and especially during these holy days of the year for our church, we wish we could all be together. But we'd like to share some ways to celebrate the Triduum, that's Holy Thursday, Good Friday, and Easter, at home while you watch our live streams. First, involve everyone at home to create a quiet prayer space with a candle or other sacred items like a Bible or a rosary. Our faith talks about the domestic church. Building the church up within our own homes and creating a sacred space is a great way to do that. We aren't able to celebrate the Triduum with a congregation of people, so things will look a little different on our live streams. On Holy Thursday, we celebrate a couple of big things. The institution of the priesthood, when we hear in the gospel that Jesus washed the feet of the disciples and asked them to do the same, and the institution of the Eucharist at the Last Supper. This is Jesus' body and blood given up for us. Maybe you remember that we usually wash the feet of people on Holy Thursday. We can't do that this year, and we also won't process with the Eucharist at the end of Mass to the tabernacle like we usually do. We typically bring newly blessed oils into the church on Holy Thursday. Each year, the bishop of every diocese holds a chrism mass where he blesses the oils that are distributed to parishes for sacraments. But this year, with the chrism mass being postponed, we will receive the new oils at a later date. So some suggestions of how you can celebrate Holy Thursday in your home. Washing feet is an act of service, and we know families serve each other every day. You can symbolize this by washing each other's feet, kids and parents taking turns so everyone gets their feet washed. Then talk about it. Did it feel awkward? Was it cozy? What do you think it all symbolized? Or each member of the family could actually do an act of service for others. Maybe the oldest child helps the youngest get dressed for the day, or someone washes the dishes instead of running off after dinner. Or if you live on your own, think of a way that you can reach out to someone. Check in on a neighbor or a family member, mail a note, or offer a special prayer for someone. Now, we're not able to have Eucharist, but there are Eucharistic acts that we can do in our family. Sharing a meal together that brings everyone to the table, engaging in conversation, sharing our lives with each other. Or enjoy dinner via phone or video chat with someone who could use some company. Okay, moving on to Good Friday. We hear readings and a homily, and then the priest or deacon usually processes down the center aisle with a large cross, stopping a few times along the way to elevate it. But this year, instead of processing in, the cross will be up front, shrouded in a cloth. The priest will remove portions of the cloth as we sing a refrain. Usually individuals would come forward too to venerate the cross by either touching it or kissing it, but we can't do that at church this year. You can certainly do that at your home though. Find a crucifix or a cross in your house, or if you don't have one, make one out of sticks or simply draw one. Be sure to place it in your sacred space too. After the service, invite everyone in your house to touch or kiss the cross. We're all carrying crosses these days, but this is a good reminder that we're not carrying those crosses alone. Take your cross and place it next to pictures of people, or simply name people who are supporting you as you carry your cross. If you cannot think of someone who is shouldering your cross with you, know that Little Flower is praying for you. We wish we could reach through the screen and hold your hand right now, but we'd love to at least be able to call. So please call the parish and let us know if you need support. In a typical year, Saturday night is when we have the Easter Vigil as we remember all that God has done for us throughout our faith's history. We light a fire outside to bring Christ's light into the church. The priest would bless the holy water, but this year you'll see the holy water blessed on Easter Sunday. We'll renew our baptismal promises like we usually do, answering the priest's questions with a rousing "I do." The rest of the Mass will be familiar to you, but it's not an ordinary Sunday. It's Easter Sunday. So even though you're home, still get dressed up, plan a special meal, say a blessing around the table or on the phone. Even in the midst of this pandemic, this scary, anxious time, remember God's love overcomes everything. And the Easter season lasts 50 days, so continue to find things that bring you joy. Continue to bring joy to other people. As Pope Francis reminds us, we proclaim the resurrection of Christ when his light illuminates the dark moments of our existence, and we're able to share it with others. Happy Easter!